Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. I'm a little bit excited today because today we are planting all of our tomato seeds, and we're also going to plant the rest of our pepper seeds. If you'll remember, a week or so ago, we planted the extremely hot peppers to give them a 2-week jump start on the germination. Well, today we're planting 8 different varieties of pepper seeds. All right, now that we're planting as many seeds as we're going to plant today, we're going to be planting over 28 different variety of seeds today between peppers and our tomatoes. So we've got to come up with some type of system so we don't get these mixed up. I know every gardener out there is always, hey, I'm going to plant this, I'll remember. We're always going to remember, right? Yeah. And what happens once you start going through in about a month and a half in here and we're separating these out and we're like, oh man, I should have labeled that a little better because, oh no, I twisted the tray around. So was this the Cherokee purples or was this the Cherokee purple? Yeah, it's easy to get discombobulated fairly easy. So I'm going to show you what I do when I plant all of these seeds together. I'll show you a little trick that I use, which should help you out. All right, the first thing you want to do is get a count on how many different varieties you're going to plant. And you want to get however many seed trays that you want in order to do that. Now you can do seed trays. I'll show you. You can do several things. You can use solo cups. You don't have to use the seed trays that I have, but seed trays to me are a little bit easier. Now I've got 3 heating mats, and then like I said, we've already 2 weeks ago we put the extremely hot ghost peppers and stuff on the first heat mat. So I've got 2 heat mats left. So I would like to put all of my tomatoes on heat mats just because, to me, I like to try to keep them at a certain temperature to help them germinate quicker. You don't have to do that. So with what we got here, as you can see, we're labeling all of our seed trays ahead of time. And with that, I'm going to be able to put all of my, at least 1 tray of tomatoes on one of the heat mats. The other heat mat is designed for my peppers because, like I said in the other video, peppers are crucial to get the soil temperature to stay at the same. So anyway, with that being said, we're going to do this little layout here. And we got 3 trays, tray A, B, and C. Tray C. That's kind of funny. We may have a Tracy that follows, right? If so, you got your own tray. Yeah, we got some crickets on that one. That was a dad joke. Leave me alone. Anyway, I'm going to show you how we're going to label these. Now that we, tray A, B, C, D. As long as you got those trays and you label them, and we're going to label them with these little things here. I bought, I think, 200 of these little stickers at Walmart for a couple of bucks, and makes it easy to label. And I'll show you how we're going to do that. All right, now we got this labeled now. This is our seed tray we're going to be using, and it has 8 rows, 5 deep. In other words, 8 rows this way, 5 deep. So, and we're going to plant multiple seeds per cell, because I'll show you in a future video how peppers and tomatoes are really easy once they get up a little ways to, separate them out and put them in their own pot. So this saves time. A lot of people, you don't have a whole lot, a lot of us don't have this. Whoop. A lot of us don't have this big, huge area to, with 15, 20 shelves on it, and all these grow lights. So you're limited in space. So especially with tomatoes and peppers, you can do them this way and plant more peppers and tomatoes in smaller cells. And then as they grow older, then you'll have to find a place to put them. Because then we can separate them out, put them all in their own 4-inch pot, and keep going. Anyway, I got off topic there. All right, we're going with tray C. And if you'll notice here, this is the way we've got it laid out. So, and in correlation to that, this is the way we've got it laid out. Right? Tray, the letter C, 1 through 8. Matches the same layout as this here. So, and we'll do each one of our trays this way. As long as we are able to keep up with these, then we know exactly what we're planting and we won't get them all mixed up. Okay, I'm tired of talking. I'm ready to get out there and get my hands dirty, get my hands in the soil, and get these seeds planted. Let's go to the grow room. Okay, now you can see kind of what I'm talking about. I've got my labels. I've got what's in each row, correlates with my labels and what's in each one of these. Now that we have all of our stuff labeled, everything organized, we know exactly where everything's going to be. Now we can add our soil, potting soil, seed starting soil, the stuff that I showed y'all how to mix before. Just look in a future video or a later video. We'll get all this stuff up, and as you can remember, is that good? Nope, dry. We will add water to it. We'll get all of our soil prep ready to go. We'll put them in here. We'll plant our seeds, and I'll go over this first tray to make sure that everybody's on the same page, and then we'll put them on a seed starting mat, which you don't technically have to use a heat mat for these, as long as you keep your room at a decent temperature. But I like to get a jump on everything, and I'll probably put them on a heat mat. And like I said, we're seeding peppers today too, so those will probably go on the heat mat. And I may or may not put these on the heat mat depending on how much room I have left, because peppers are the most important thing that need the seed heating mat. Tomatoes, you can get by without it. All right, here we go, everybody. Let's get started on this. Now then, everybody remembers, I'm just gonna dump some of this out here on here, like so. Just gonna fill our seed pods up. Like I said, we don't want to pack them in too much just yet. We'll save some room for that. Ooh, look at that, eating that dang soil up. Same way as I like to do most of my seeding, all ends up doing the same start. I use the same seed mix, same pretty much on everything, except for, of course, seed potatoes and a few other things that may take a little bit special, a little bit different nutrients and starts. But for the most part, most of the stuff I grow, most of my summer gardening stuff, all does the same, or I started all out the same way. I don't know if you can see what we're doing. We're taking this little guy here. It's about the same size as one of these seed trays, or seed cells. We're just going to pack this down just a little. You don't want to get it too tight. I have a lot of people ask me, well, how tight do you want to pack it down? You want to pack it tight enough that you're getting some of the air out of there. You don't want to get it too tight. Okay, there we go. Now then, all we have to do is follow our guide, plant what we're going to plant that matches our tray layout. That way we don't forget what the heck we're doing in about 2 months from now. Okay, the first one we got on our list is Mr. Stripey. We're going to plant Mr. Stripey, and since we are doing it on 6 cells, we're filling 2 rows up here with per variety of tomato we have. Then we're going to start out by putting 1 in each one, and then we'll go back and put 2 in each one, and then whatever we have left we'll fill in. And to do so, let's make sure all of our seeds are down at the bottom. These seeds are probably, they're pretty small, not too bad. There's several ways you can do this. You can, like I said, you have this here. I like to use a skew stick, or you can pour them straight into your hand and use a set of tweezers. However you want to do it, it's up to you. Now then, what we're going to do is we're going to cover this. We're just going to lightly cover the top of this with our seed starting mix. Now we're going to take our Dollar General little pressure pumper with some water in it, and we're going to soak this down. We want to soak it real good. Make sure all that gets down in there. And you can change this little nozzle. That's what I like about this. You can change it to where it spreads real thin, or you can do it almost a full steady stream. Once we get this soaked down good, and it shouldn't take a whole lot of water, just because we pre-moistened our soil in the start. So if you didn't pre-moisten it, then you're going to have to add a lot more water. And if you can't afford one of these, this is only about $5. This right here, you can get 2 of these for like $1 at the Dollar General store. They're usually in the kitchen section, and they work just as well. So now that that's done, we're going to place one of these humidity domes over the top of it, like so, and we're going to set it on our little tree thing over here. Anyway, you see what I got? Have the numbers that correlate to tray A. That way I don't get them mixed up. And alright, remember, we're doing our pepper plants. We're going to label the sides 1 through 8. Seed tray, tray C, Tracy, is we can do it a different way. Same stuff. We're going to attempt to do it on one of these trays instead of the other. And with this one, we're going to do it a little bit different. Alright, we're going to start with the sweet banana peppers. And this one here. These are a little bit bigger seeds. So what we're going to do is we are going to take tweezers, and we're actually going to, okay, well that one disappeared. We're just going to barely put them under the, because we're not going to add any more. We're not adding any more mixture to this. So we've already packed it down. So, and what we're going to do once we get them in here, I don't know if you can see this or not, we're just going to push that pepper seed under there just a little bit, and that's it. That's all we're going to do. Then we're going to water it. Put a few of them seeds in there. So, and I'll show you in a future video when these come up. We'll separate them out and put them all in their own individual cells. So these 3 here, if they all 3 come up, once they get up a little bit, then we can separate them out. We can have 3 bell peppers or plants out of just those 3 right there. And it looks like we're gonna have a couple with 4 in it, just in case some of them don't come up. Simple as that. And now then, you can take that and push them down. I've got this little thing here. Just push them down into the soil a little bit. We're going to cover them up. Like I said, you can use that. You can use these little skews. You get them in the grocery store. This comes with, if you order these trays, you get 5 of these. Comes pretty nice little clear deal. They're pretty heavy duty, and you get this little thing here. You also get this little thing here, and it comes with a dome as well. And the dome actually has I'll show you one here. They actually have the vents on top, which is nice. Alright, now that we got them all I'm doing now is taking and pushing the seeds down a little bit. Now I've showed y'all a way that I do when I do my really hot peppers, and I do them on the little peat moss pads, but I want to show you that there's other ways that you could do it as well. And that, you know, pack your seeds in or your seed start pretty good. Put these seeds on top, get something like this, and just kind of push them down a little bit and cover them. That's all you got to do. You may not want to drop that down on there and flip your seeds out all over the place, because there ain't no telling what'll happen. You get seeds crossing over here, we'll be thinking we're growing a jalapeno, and it ends up being an Anaheim. That's how we end up getting things confused and not know what we're growing. Alright, now you see we've got all of our seeds and our pepper seeds on these seed mats. And I've got the thermostat running through the vent hole down into one of the seed cells, so it'll stay at an even temperature. And that's it. And there we have it. 18 different variety of seeds of tomatoes planted today. 8 different variety of pepper seeds planted today. We had a lot. We've done a lot. We spent a lot of time today in the grow room. So, like, share, comment on this video. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification. It'll notify you every time I upload a new video. And like always, keep it growing.